parasocial
Ooh.
relationships. Kind of. I think this is in that realm. There was a story about this man. He had
You already
this.
lost me. I hate men.
Because it's about a
Because
man.
he's distracted now.
Doctors.
He had this spool of copper wire that he had bought 40 some odd years ago.
Yeah.
And it was basically down to the end of it.
I know this one.
And then he called his wife out to basically give this kind of like heartfelt, like, my life, 40 years of my life was in this spool of wire. I bought this that many years ago and now it's almost done. And this is like a showcasing of like the time that I don't have anymore, the time that was there and has been used up.
Yeah.
And it was this very emotional thing. And then she comes out and she makes a comment. She's like, I can't even take you seriously because you have a Jets hat on right now. And the internet saw this and went absolutely insane.
Yeah.
At first, I had also felt like, damn, that really sucks that he was trying to have that moment and she like was being silly about it.
See, I felt that, but for me, that's where it ended. But I'll let you, continue.
Yes. A lot of people took it as per usual with the internet way too far.
Of course.
But that's just stupid people. But that's also kind of what this is about. He came out and said like, no, that's like she's very loving. Like I told her out of the blue to come out and film me, so like she probably didn't know, and like that's our relationship. Like we joke and stuff like that. So like when I heard that, I was like, okay. I took a step back and I was like, you know what? I don't know what their relationship looks like, so that might be their normal. You know, maybe that's their way of showing love. So then in thinking about that and seeing everybody's response to it, and then even people saying like, well, yeah, he's got a gun to his head, he's saying that. Like that type of thing. I was like, all right, guys, let's take a step back. Let's take a step back. I think the message that people were trying to send with their reaction to that is important.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like a lot of the times, and this may just be me as a man bitching about a problem.
No,
I'd like to think it's a thing, but like I don't.
Issue.
It's hard to bring up, but it does feel sometimes like men aren't allowed to be emotional, be vulnerable without being judged, whether it be by other men or by some women, because some women aren't necessarily receptive to it.
Unfortunately, I feel like that is true.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, but
It shouldn't be, of course,
I feel
but
like it is.
you know, but also it is just to get the preliminaries out of the way before people take this out of context. It is a problem that was somewhat encouraged by men to other men, so it's like the problem we all created, but we also need to fix and blah, whatever. Fuck, who cares? So it does feel like there is an issue where men aren't necessarily listened to when they're vulnerable. I think the reaction of being mad at the wife, claiming she's a bad wife, and saying all this terrible stuff when we don't know what their relationship looks like is a bit too much. I think we're just going a bit too far. Or well, it's over now. The story's long gone. But like, it's just that way that people on the internet get when they immediately kind of like jump to a conclusion and then they just stick with that. Their first thought is immediately what it is and what it is forever.